The wind howls, the earth shakes, the water roars. When nature unleashes its full force, humanity stands before an uncontrollable and ruthless power. Picture this: a raging tornado swallowing homes and dreams, or an avalanche turning a winter paradise into a deadly trap. These moments freeze time, etch themselves into memory, and serve as brutal reminders of our own fragility. These images capture the thin line between dream and nightmare, where human courage is put to the test and every second becomes a testament to survival. Stay until the end. This journey between awe and terror is about to sweep you away. Even though it only lasts a few seconds, the tornado carries everything in its path, making the feeling of anxiety last forever. The scene of fire tornadoes sweeping through Tennant Creek was so terrifying that people could only stand and watch helplessly, clearly aware of the boundless power of nature. In Breen Ridge, Colorado, skiers seem to be lost in a magical world when strong winds blow, creating snow tornadoes that sweep away the white curtain. The scene is both mysterious and majestic, like in a dream. The horrifying scene when giant rocks suddenly roll down from the cliff, sweeping away everything in their path, making people unable to believe their eyes. Suddenly, large rocks rolled down the highway, almost collapsing into the moving car, creating a spectacular escape that no one expected. A giant landslide in Ma County, Sichuan, covered the space in a cloud of dust, paralyzing traffic and creating a scene of desolation and anxiety. The cliff suddenly shattered and collapsed onto coastal huts in Bournemouth, filling the surrounding air with fear at the sudden destruction of nature. Heavy snowfall turns everything into a sea of white. Visibility is almost zero. The streets of Buffalo were completely covered, causing many collisions and leaving many vehicles stranded. Only advice if not necessary: don't go out, stay safe. The scene was shocking. Truck's windshield was shattered by the huge mass of snow falling, as if the entire icy sky was crashing to the ground with unstoppable destructive force. A spectacular scene when Kilauea Volcano, Hawaii, erupted again, forming a giant lava fountain shooting high into the air, shining in the night sky. Kilauea erupted like a divine fire awakening after centuries of sleep. Lava flows down the mountain, hot streams like the Earth's boiling veins. The sky and earth blend together in the suffocating fury of nature. A brilliant yet menacing dance of fire, making even the bravest people dare not look away. The red lava flow from Mount Etna erupted violently, sparks shooting into the black sky, creating a majestic and horrifying scene that lit up the surrounding space in a dramatic moment. On the evening of Monday, August 5th, the night sky in Perry, Florida was lit up by intense lightning as Hurricane Debby made landfall. This impressive natural spectacle marks the power and devastation of storms. The powerful storm made landfall in New South Wales, bringing with it hundreds of thousands of lightning bolts that continuously ripped through the sky for 8 hours. A huge fire at a Russian oil depot after a drone attack from Ukraine, causing confusion and increasing tension. In Pacific Palisades, firefighters not only battle fierce flames, but also face extremely harsh conditions, as if they are facing nature in a fight to the death. The fire rose strongly from the top of the hill near a residential area, creating a dangerous scene. A wildfire broke out, spreading quickly toward homes in Rancho Bernardo, a community north of San Diego. Residents panicked as the fire approached, forced to evacuate urgently to avoid damage. The fire broke out fiercely, quickly burning more than 5,000 acres of land in the northern Los Angeles area. The blaze spread uncontrollably, threatening residential areas and leaving firefighters working feverishly to prevent further damage. A fierce storm bringing heavy rain caused the Wien River to overflow its banks, submerging the streets of Vienna in a sea of water, creating terrible scenes filled with the power of nature. A terrible flash flood with unimaginable power struck and swallowed an important road in Texas. The rushing water rising in an instant swept away everything in its path, from cars to trees, roadside buildings. This scene was not only shocking but also left residents and rescuers facing an unprecedented natural disaster. A house in Hunan was suddenly swept away by a landslide, leaving mournful silence and unspeakable pain for those who witnessed it. Typhoon Shannon brought heavy rain and fierce winds to Japan, causing strong waves and widespread flooding. The deadly flash flood created a giant wall of water that poured down the Grand Canyon, washing away everything in its path. In the middle of a strong monsoon in Phoenix, a trash can was suddenly blown through the window, causing the cat to just watch, eyes wide with surprise. It seems like it's wondering, what did I just see? A strange funnel cloud appeared on South Florida beach, attracting all eyes and creating an impressive scene. The historic flash flood swept away everything, causing a house in Connecticut to completely collapse. This scene is a testament to the terrible, destructive power of nature. After a historic flood, the streets of Southbury were completely washed away, leaving behind a scene of devastation. Severe flooding flooded in, causing streets on the north coast of Long Island to completely collapse. The scene of destruction made everyone surprised by the power of nature. A serious incident when water burst, creating massive flooding in Montreal. The powerful water flow swept away everything on the road, disrupting traffic and leaving great damage. Tropical storm Ernesto brought heavy rain and strong winds to the British Virgin Islands, causing terrible scenes as nature became angry. This is South Key. Sanibel, under the Debbie flood, struck with devastating force, washing away homes, trees, and everything in its path.
Wow. Water is so powerful.
Strong winds and heavy rains from tropical storm. Debbie crippled southwest Florida, creating scenes of terrible destruction. On July 26th, Typhoon Dami entered the coastal province of Fujian, China, leaving a disastrous mark after sweeping across Taiwan and the Philippines. Hundreds of thousands of people face the devastating power of wind and rain as this storm makes the monsoon situation even more severe. Snow fell heavily in an avalanche, covering everything in a hazy and quiet space, like an eternal painting. The storm swept through suddenly, causing destruction of property and vehicles, leaving serious consequences that surprised everyone. This must be the local heavy rain that weather forecasts often mention. The sound of torrential rain and gray sky covered everything. The scene of panic when the 7.3 magnitude earthquake caused everyone at Badu Cafe to rush away and worry. The tense video record scene of a truck having to swerve past pickup truck in a dangerous situation. It's hard not to have your heart racing. I have never felt the terrible power of nature as clearly as I do now. An anger of heaven and earth full of chaos, destruction, as if to remind us of our smallness. Every storm, earthquake, or great wave makes us surprised, unable to believe the cruelty it brings. A captivating sound performance by thousands of little starlings in Lincoln, England, as they sing together in space, creating an echoing whisper. This scene makes witnesses surprised by the wonderful harmony of nature. Thousands of snow geese fly over McGregor Lake in southern Alberta, the sound of their wings flapping like a strong wind echoing throughout the space, creating an impressive sight as they take off in unison. A huge flock of dragonflies like a biological wave covered Westerly Beach, Rhode Island. Tourists couldn't believe their eyes when they saw thousands of dragonflies soaring through the air, creating a strange and unforgettable natural performance, as if nature was playing with them. A mesmerizing time-lapse taking us on an unforgettable journey as the starry night sky of Western Australia is recreated in sharp detail, as if time itself extended and unfolded mystery of the universe. Surveillance footage like a tense action movie. Boats crash into two docks at Palm Beach Gardens, creating a dangerous and dramatic collision that is impossible to look away from. Unbelievable, right? An inexplicable scene as if the world had suddenly become absurd and full of surprises. What really happened here? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next adventures.